Picks. I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com. We're with you here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, delivering live free sports picks for today's action. Before we get the show underway, just want to remind you of a few things. Our promo code we're running, you can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and of course, getting signed up. Also, we'd love to hear from you guys, so go ahead and post your comments and post your picks in the comments below. All right, let's take a look at who's on the show with us this afternoon on a Friday. With us is Ramon Scott and Collins Brown. All right, let's get the show underway. Let's welcome Collins Brown here to the show. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com, where he's having some success in the NBA playoffs here of late. Let's bring him in right now. I think we can find Collins right here. We go. Collins, what's happening?
Nothing much, man. Just hanging out. How are you, brother?
Doing great, doing great. All right, here we go. We're going over to the bases tonight. Late night game, 9:40 Eastern Time. It features the Padres here to host the Rockies. The Padres 245, total 7.5.
Yeah, so this game is pretty interesting when you see a minus 245 favorite with Cool on the opposing side. Cool's actually been pretty good this season with a 3.7 ERA, I believe, maybe a 3.1. But when you're facing Musgrove, who I think's the NL Cy Young leader, you're going to have to lay some juice to get them to win it. But the run line here looks pretty interesting. So Musgrove at home this season is 2-0 with a 1.73 ERA. And then his last three, he's recorded 2 wins and no losses, only 1 earned run in 21 innings pitched, with a 2-to-1 K to base on ball ratio. And then we look at this Padres offense. They've struggled a tad bit in their last 7 days. They're at a 246 average with a 694 OPS. So the OPS is about 40 points below league average. But I'm really not worried about it at home. The Padres have struggled recently at home with their offense a little bit. But with this Rockies team, they got swept by the Braves at home. And the Rockies are the number 2 team in hitting at home. So these bats for the Rockies have completely hit a slide. And when you've got Musgrove on the mound, I don't really see a reason to go against Musgrove here. So I would lay the 1.5 with the Padres in this one. Just go ahead and back Musgrove. Like I said, I think he's the NL Cy Young leader at this point in the season. And the Rockies away offense just isn't it. And they've hit a tough slide here recently, and I don't think Cool's going to be enough to get them out of it. Cool, in his last 3 has been really good, but he hasn't gone as deep as Musgrove has, and I think that's going to bite him in the rear end a little bit here. So, yeah, go ahead and take the 1.5 with the Padres here. I think you're only going to lay about $20 to get that at $100 here.
There you go, guys. Plays here from Collins will be Padres run line -1.5 runs, -115 here against the Rockies. Yeah, when you look at this Rockies team, they did a little bit of success in San Francisco, but this Giants team's not the same. Their bullpen has really struggled. The Giants bullpen at home this year. The Giants have not played well. That's right. As you mentioned, the Atlanta really took care of business in Colorado. Of course, the Rockies, they have their success when they're on the road against left-handed pitching, even at home against when they face left-handed pitching. Against right-handed pitching, they don't hit the ball as well, very well at all.
Right, and we've seen it the past couple of years from the Rockies, right? It's always one of those situations where you want to back the Rockies at home, but you want to stay as far away as possible when they're on the road. And when you've got a guy like Musgrove, who's just absolutely dealt through this season with a 1.7 ERA, there would be no reason to find a way on this Rocky side, especially with how pitiful they've been looking recently. I think their offense looked halfway decent in San Francisco this past series against the Giants, but as you've mentioned, this San Francisco team is not what they were last year, and it's actually kind of shocked me a little bit because I think they're one of those teams that can always figure something out as far as pitching the ball goes, but they've really struggled. So I think you back Musgrove here and take the 1.5 runs and kind of wipe your hands clean of this one. If you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it, but I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel for those that like offense. Probably stay away from this one.
All right, we got the Collins and the Padres run line -1.5 runs, -115 against the Rockies. This one will have a start time of 9:40 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Collins, let's go over at Tony'sPicks.com here for today. Showing good profit here from the NBA. A limited stock, but you're still bringing some really good results. We have that one NBA game, a full board of baseball, everything here 7 Eastern Time and later, 15-game card up there. We're talking about college baseball regionals as well. WNBA's up there on the board. CFL. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, so I think I've got a 7 or 8 pick pass out. I believe it's 7. And I've got 6 MLB games that I really like. And then I've got a side for tonight's matchup with the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. I really like this NBA play I've got tonight. So if you want to just get that NBA play, it's up there with a single pass. But go ahead and get that MLB as well. You're going to get think you can get 7 plays for around $35 or $40. So it's about $5 a play here for Friday. So go ahead and break your bookie's pocket a little bit and see you at the window here come Saturday morning or late Friday night, huh?
That's right. Hey guys, got aboard with Collins Brown over at TonySpace.com. Really good value here. 7 picks for $35. Comes to $5 Friday here with his 7 plays. 6 from MLB, 1 from NBA. Of course, the Collins has really seen these finals well. He's put up some really good numbers here the past 7 days in the NBA. So good time to get on board with Collins. So of course, you can always take those winnings from tonight. Go long term with Collins. He does have a 3, a 7, and 30-day all sports pass. We get all of his premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase. All these plays are transparent, document over at the site. So if you go to Collins' handicapper page, go down to the hit pick history, you'll see every play there. We're going to save you some money here already on an already low price. We can take 20% off all packages, even on this one for $35 or a long-term pass. You can bundle them as well if you like. 20% off all packages when you use the promo code TonyT. You can access Collins' page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and then getting signed up. All right, Collins, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Yeah, one thing, if you don't mind. So I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to a little bit of gambling Twitter, but if you feel like you have a confident side of necessarily backing a pitcher or not, or you feel like you've got an under game on your hands, these Nerfies and Yerfies is what I like to call them. Go ahead and jump on some of these. I think there's a lot of good value out there, especially when we're seeing offenses kind of want to see a pitcher, right? So, especially when you got a rookie on the mound, and we've seen a lot of rookies this season pitching. I know the Reds have started like 3 rookies, and they've made really good starts. So if you feel confident in an over and under, you might as well jump on that Nerfy or that Yerfy and go ahead and get some extra value in your pocket. I believe there's a lot of value out there in these plays.
Yeah, no runs. Yes, runs first inning, no runs first inning. So those are some of the plays there. Of course, then one of the benefit there with the no runs is that usually the damage comes after you've seen the pitcher the 3rd time, right?
Exactly, and that's one of those things where it's we talked about it with Syndergaard a little bit last week. Everybody's kind of used to seeing Syndergaard pitch like Cole, but now Syndergaard's trying to mix into that sinker or slider instead of just fastball changeup slider guy. So with a lot of these guys, they're switching up how they want to pitch. So if you see a guy that's had some really good numbers, like let's take a Musgrove, right, and then a guy like Cool that's had some really good numbers, jump on that no-run first inning. You might have to lay $40 or $50, but you don't have to put $100 down on this play. You put $20, $30 on it and just kind of have fun with it. I think there's a lot of value out there.
There you go. From Collins Brown, former collegiate athlete, behind the plate. He knows his baseball. All right, Collins, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You got it. Collins Brown here on Game Day Picks. Hey, we're with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like and subscribe. Set those notifications. When we're live, we want you live with us so you can bet into the best numbers here on Game Day Picks. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Let's go ahead and welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com where he puts up some great numbers. You also check out his videos. A slew of videos today from Ramon Scott. Lots of WNBA on the board, some CFL. Ramon, what's happening?
Well, Tony, you have Collins, former college player, and you have me, over-the-hill, slow-pitch player with an incredible glove, no arm and no power, and should stop playing with young kids and move to the senior ball like a real old man should. But I just can't help myself competing with the young guys still. I'm going to keep doing it until they kick me off the team.
All right, we'll see how that rolls there for Ramon Scott. Keep them in one piece. All right, here we go tonight, 7:20 Eastern Time. These red-hot Braves will be at home against the Pirates. Pirates hung with them last night, giving up only 3 runs, but of course it wasn't good enough to win or even cover the run line because it's the Pirates' bats. But anyway, we've got the Braves 220, total of 8.
Yeah, these 2 rookies can throw. Get up in the screen here. maybe Collins set me up really good talking about what he was talking about. These guys can throw. I can't throw anymore at all. It's embarrassing. But rookies, here we are. Ronci Contreras, Spencer Strider. These guys have looked pretty good so far. Really good. Look, Contreras, pretty good numbers so far. These guys got good strikeout rates. Strider really hot right now with his strikeout rate, but I do have some questions with these guys. You talk about the top of the lineup for these two teams. Now, the Braves are as hot as anybody with their 8-game winning streak, so I look for their top of the lineup maybe to get to Contreras a little bit. I want to see regression here for these two pitchers. I mean, they can't necessarily keep it up, even though Contreras, top 3 prospect in the Pirates organization, and Strider right now, the incredible K rate really, but does have high walk rate right now, Tony, nearly 5 walks per 9. That's going to have to be cleaned up moving forward. And I do have some concerns with his WOBA and also the differential between Strider's ERA and his xFIP. He's going to have to narrow that down. That does show that he is due for a little bit of regression. His last 2 starts, 4.32 ERA. The Braves absolutely mashing right now. 291 batting average, Tony. In the last 10 games, the Braves have gone over in 19 of their last 29 at home, 19 and 10 to the under at home. And the bullpens definitely struggling still. Pittsburgh over 4 ERA on the road. Atlanta nearly 4 ERA at home. So the losing team has scored just 1 run in the last 7 games between these two teams, including 3-1 yesterday. But still, 8 of the last 12 matchups between these two have gone over. 6 of the last 9 in Atlanta have gone over. And I don't know, I'm not much. I see it on all the shows, and everyone's betting the run first inning or no run first inning. I think it's a natural that most people are going to gravitate towards betting score a run in the first inning. And I don't know. I'm not recommending it here necessarily, but I would challenge you with this hot Braves lineup: Acuna, Swanson, Riley, and Olsen against Contreras. First time around, I don't mind. And also Hayes, Reynolds, and Vogelbach against Strider. So I expect these pitchers to come back to earth a little bit here, and the fact that the numbers dipped to a juiced up 8. I'm going to go over, Tony. These two guys, Contreras and Strider, very hot on the talking heads on YouTube and on gambling Twitter today as probably 2 of the hottest guys that people are targeting for K-props today. They may get there, but I do expect walks as well from both these guys. So I've got this one going over 8, Tony. Pirates and Braves. A little bit contrarian here. Contrarian on Contreras.
There you go. I don't blame you. Pirates, Braves over a total of 8 runs. Yeah, it's just with this, as you mentioned, that Braves lineup right now. Acuna back healthy, in form, and we're starting to see this Braves really tear it up and making some ground here on these Mets. The Mets have had some struggles here in that West Coast trip.
Well, we got Collins on, so we have to pump up his Braves. But again, we know, and Collins knows, the Braves are a team that, has played better as the season goes along. That's kind of been their modus operandi here over the last couple of seasons, and I would expect that to be the case once again. So glad to see they've got a prospect like Strider. I mean, I don't think looks like he's going to be a very good pitcher considering his velocity and that K rate. But rookie pitchers are going to take their lumps early on, so I'm hoping for some runs. I mean, the Braves obviously $2 favorite. Tony, been a little bit of buyback actually on the Bucks, but I just think maybe because when you start to get into the over $2 range here, maybe that's the case. And look, I do like those Pirate bats at the top of the order. The rest of the order's got something to be not much to like there, but Hayes, Reynolds, Vogelbach can definitely get with those guys today in this one.
All right, we got Ramon here on Pirates Braves over a total of 8. This one to have a start time of 7:20 Eastern Time, MLB Extra Innings channel. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com here for action here for Friday. Full card Major League Baseball. No early starts today. Everything under the lights. 15 games on the schedule. We'll have that big NBA game Regionals from college baseball in action now. 4 games today, 4 games tomorrow, and they're straddled, to one after the other, so you can check them out on TV. I believe ESPN is covering these games. They always do to fill their summer programming or late fall or late spring programming as well. WNBA, I saw a slew of videos, so it's a big card here on these secondary sports today. Ramon, what do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, well, I talked a good game about the Super Regionals, but I've yet to get involved in those first 2 contests. East Carolina got to the Texas Ace, and they're leading late, so hopefully maybe can still get something together with those last 2 games, but I might be sitting out after I talked about the strong record I had. I thought the lines came pretty good today in this one, and we'll see what happens with those games. But yeah, WNBA, I will be involved. I got a video series out today on all the games, previewing all those games. Been a lot of line movement in those games, so if you checked it out early and wanted to come back later, there's been line movement for sure. We're seeing a lot of sharp action in those games. Be involved, so certainly, Tony, in the NBA Finals tonight. Look, we saw what happened last game, but these are 2 great teams. I mean, no reason why this series couldn't go 7. We'll see there. Don't want to tip my hand. Play's not up yet, but also, could be involved with the total. So please check me out there. Maybe get on board with a pass as well, where my NBA plays are included. And yes, Major League Baseball, we're starting to turn around a little bit. A couple of winning days going on, 2 or 3 actually of late. So going to be rolling in the Major League Baseball card as well. And 1 game in the CFL tonight, play already posted tonight. Tony, a guarantee. Ottawa and Winnipeg coming off a win last night in the opener. I took the Montreal Alouettes. Tough sweat because their star running back looks like he could be lost for the season. He got severely injured in the second quarter on a tackle, but Montreal still had enough weapons to get a covering 3.5 or 4 points as a dog, and they lost by 3 points to Calgary in the season opener. It's nice, second game of the season. Got to pick up and loaded. Also, just brought home a winner in international soccer with Latvia in UEFA Nations League. So that's where I stand. There will be plenty of action, not much posted yet. Looking to pick my spots and be sure of things right now, Tony, as I try to clean up some damage from the first few days of the month. So just want to be ready and want to see as many lineups as possible. Want to get those plays out, but when you've had a few L's, you got to cross the T's, dot the I's, so to speak.
All right, guys, again, Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. You see the numbers here in NBA. He'll have his NBA play up for you later today, as well as long-term passes. Of course, he is in action right now in the CFL with a guaranteed pick here from the CFL tonight. Of course, your good values there is getting long-term passes from Ramon Scott, 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass on his major sports. You get all of his premium plays for that period of time for the major sports when you go to his handicapper page and make that purchase. Also up there, as you see his series, he's covering WNBA at Tony'sPicks.com with his video series. He also has a WNBA season pass with his premium plays now until August 14th. This season, we still have a little more than 2 months remaining in the WNBA, and this pass will take you right to the end of it. So get on board with the WNBA season pass here from Ramon. And of course, whatever pass you select, you can use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. Good on all the packages. You can bundle them together if you buy individual plays. You want to bundle in season plays, you can do that as well. Bundle in the WNBA with the baseball in your basket. You make the choice there when you go to Ramon's handicapper page and make that purchase. To access Ramon's page, just click the link in the description, click the All Cappers tab, and then, of course, get signed up. Ramon, it's always great having you show, but I know we put together a Twitter account for you over from Tony's Picks.
Yeah, trying to make sure I get those plays up on Twitter. Maybe my timing's a little off, but certainly all the cappers have more plays on Twitter, and you can get probably close to a dozen more plays every day if you subscribe to all of our Twitter accounts. I'm at Tony's Picks Ramon, so follow me there on Twitter. I'm bringing more plays each and every day. So I just got to get the deadline straight. I'm a little confused out here, but we'll get it.
All right, guys, check out Ramon over at Tony's Picks. Ramon over there on the Twitter feed as well. All right, Ramon, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again next week.
Have a great weekend, Tony.
You got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Hey, worth your Game Day Picks Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be with us live so you can bet into the best numbers here on our show. All right, let's continue on here with with our game day picks show. We're going to go ahead and to get moving forward here. I just want to make note to our man Josh Stern. Hey guys, hey to you as well. Good commenter over on our YouTube channel with our comment here from Josh Stern. Okay, now it's time for my pick. Let me bring up the game here. We're going to the NBA tonight here with the Celtics here hosting the Golden State Warriors. We got the Celtics total 214. We're going to be looking here at the total in this one, and we're going to go under a total of 214. I was over in game one. I'm sorry, game one. I was over in game three. This was the first one played in Boston here as the series shifted over to Boston. But I'm going to take the under. I mean, Ramon was very adamant, saying that they are going to really study film after their performance here in Game 3, and we saw Golden State respond with a really good defensive performance in their win in Game 2. I expect the Warriors to be really more defensive-minded in this game, and for that reason, I could even see an impact here on the pace. I could see the rebounding getting better for the Warriors, and again, I'm going to be looking at an under here, 214, as the Warriors make the adjustments. They get in the film room. They have that extra day off here to do that. And I believe you're going to see a performance, a really strong defensive performance from Warriors here. So we'll look, and we know Celtics are a very good defensive team. And that's what they like. Warriors and Celtics under total of 214. And this one will have a start time of 9 Eastern time. You can watch it over on ABC. Hey guys, check out Tony'sPicks.com. I will have I have right now a 3-pack right now for Major League Baseball. I'm a top unit producer right now over at the site, so check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com as a top units producer in MLB. So a 3-pack right now from baseball, and of course I also have the long-term passes for you, 3, 7, or 30-day sports pass. You get all my premium plays for that period of time. You select me, you go to my handicapper page, and you make that purchase. And a reminder about our promo code: use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off all premium pick packages. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab. You'll find my page listed amongst the cappers and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here with our game day pick show. Now it's time for the recap. Let's recap the plays from today's show. We start off with Collins Brown. Collins was on the Padres run line, -1.5 runs, -115 against the Rockies. Ramon says Pirates Braves over 8, and yours truly Warriors Celtics under total of 214. All right, that'll do it for this edition here of game day picks. Reminder, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, set those notifications. Remember, when we're live, we like you with us so you can bet into the best numbers when you do that, when you set those notifications. All right, let's go ahead and bring our crew from this afternoon. Bye to you guys. Have yourself a great afternoon. Great luck with your bets this weekend, and we'll talk with you guys again tomorrow live on Monday.